Good morning YouTube, and welcome along to this episode of Silver Fox Travels. Today is the 18th of June. We're getting through the year quite quickly, and I'm just going to have a short ride out today, generally heading in the direction of maybe Tadcaster and then down to Squires. I'm going to go the long way around and not go through any town centres or anything like that, or at least avoid them as much as I can. But as I say, it's a lovely day, so let's get ourselves out on the road. Come on. But of course the first stop, as always, will be for some petrol. This will do, 129.9, £1.30 a litre for as near as it doesn't matter. So this little route is going to take me through, well, heading generally towards Harrogate, but I'm going to turn off before then and head for Spofforth and Wetherby, and then down into Tadcaster, and then down to Squires. Hopefully should be quite an interesting route. Looks like we've found some roadworks. Just looking at that now, I've just topped 31,000 miles on this bike. 31,062. That's pretty good going, actually. Not bad for a 2009 model. Although I would imagine there's others out there that have got a lot more miles on them than I have. There's the entrance to Harewood House, or at least that's the main entrance. Here we are, the countryside is starting to open up in front of us. Barncliffe Crag up there, I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, that's just at the top there. I've been up there once. You can drive up to the base of it and then walk up the rest. There you are, bit of Yorkshire for you. I hope there's not too much in the way of wind noise spoiling this for you. But with an open face helmet with a visor, it kind of goes with the territory. Alternative route advised, it said. Now, what and where is closed? Let's hope it's not the road that I want. Going to turn right at this roundabout. Well, 3 miles to Spofford from here, along Haggs Road. Ah, this is more like it. And we're in Spofford, and it's a very bouncy road. We've got Spofford Castle here on our right hand side. I'll just see if I can pull up for a moment and show you it. There you go, that's Spofford Castle over there. Been there a time or two and it's quite an interesting little walk around. It's not a huge castle, it's certainly not Pontefract Castle. In fact, compared to Pontefract Castle, this is probably just the garden shed of castles. It's still very nice to have a walk around and have a look at. Right, let's carry on. That's colourful. absolutely wonderful road this is. It's going to take us eventually to Wetherby and then on to Tadcaster. But yeah, this is absolutely smashing. Fresh air in the countryside, what more could you want? And here we are in Wetherby. This is Wetherby. Really old properties along here. These little cottages. Then you got St Joseph's Church just there. Right, round the roundabout and over the river wharf. This river is pretty much everywhere. Can't quite see it from up here. But yeah. So we've reached Boston Spot on our way to Tadcaster. Remember when I came up here with James, Ainsworth Rider, we were heading up towards our meet up with Graham, and we came past this church and there was a wedding going on. Judging by the amount of cars around here, there may well be another one. Yeah, they all spilt out onto the road here, cheering and applauding the happy couple. Some new learners there, well done. We're in the county of North Yorkshire, district of Selby, according to those signs. We'll be coming into Tadcaster any minute now. And then from there I'm going to make my way on to Squires and have a coffee. Should I call in to see Kieran at Eddie's? Well, could do, I suppose. Well, seeing as how they're just up here on the right, let's pop up and say hello. Right, let's go and take a look at what they've got in. just had an interesting chat there with Kieran here at Eddie's in Tadcaster, and he was telling me that they're almost completely out of stock with the Royal Enfield bikes. There's a bit of a problem getting stock in. He's completely run out of the classic 350s. He's only got one Meteor left, and that's pretty much about it. So he's struggling to get new stock in. I did suggest that maybe part of the reason could be that in order to beat a certain Mr. Trump's tariffs, Royal Enfield had shipped a load of bikes over to America before they came in. That could well be one of the reasons. So they're probably doing a lot of overtime at the factories in India, and trying to catch up with what's required. Anyway, I'll tell you what's required right now, and that's a brew. So I'm going to make my way down to Squires. Just coming up to Squires now, shouldn't be too far away, other side of this bridge really, and it's been quite a pleasant ride out today. I enjoyed it. Here we are at Squires. There's quite a few bikes in as well. And I'm ready for a brew of some sort, tea or coffee. So let's get in there and see what they've got. So that was a sausage roll and a coffee at Squires. Sausage roll, marks out of 10, maybe a generous 4. Coffee, not so bad, give it a 6. and it's been quite a pleasant little bimble. Right, enjoyed myself today, this afternoon. Didn't get very far, just had a nice run up through Spofford and Wetherby, down in a Tadcaster, and then onto here at Squires. So from here I'm going to make my way home, and I'll finish the video at this point. And as usual, I shall say thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. And as usual, look after yourselves, look after the people around you, and until next time, bye for now.